with breaking.
Good evening and welcome to Impact Yobe, a special program shining the light on development and progress across Yobe State. Tonight, we turn our spotlight on the remarkable strides being made in the Ministry of Works. Under the focused leadership of Governor Buni, the Ministry of Works is delivering on key development projects, from modern roads to construction of massive flyover bridge to improved urban planning and rural connectivity. Join us as we explore the progress, the impacts and the vision driving transformation across the pride of the Sahel. My name is Marco Tabo. Welcome to Impact Yobe.
It was an inspection tour that underscored the Governor Buni administration's commitment to infrastructure renewal in Yobe State. Governor Buni, accompanied by top government officials, visited the Damaturu flyover and underpass construction sites.
Has been assured by the contractor handling the project that this project will be completed in January. So we are highly happy and grateful that our people will soon start benefiting from this project, and by the grace of God, it will stand the test of time.
The State Commissioner for Works, Umar Wakil, assured the governor that the engineers from the ministry have been closely monitoring every stage of construction to ensure compliance and value for money. Inspecting the Damaturu-Gambiri Road, Governor Buni emphasized its economic importance, saying it would ease the transportation of agricultural produce from rural communities to the state capital.
In our determination to boost agriculture in Yobe State, this road is going to serve and it's going to be very, very significant, and it will be impactful for the communities that will benefit from the roads. And not only that, you know, of course, when you want to build community, they said build roads. So there is no limit to what a road can do.
There are 3 dams to control the water that is going inside Damaturu. The water, they cannot stop the water, all of it, but these 3 dams, when constructed, will reduce the volume of water that is going inside Damaturu.
For residents of Damaturu and the surrounding communities, the project holds the promise of reducing travel time, improved economic activities, and a lasting solution to perennial flooding challenges. In an effort to cushion effect of economic hardship and food insecurity among vulnerable communities, Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has taken a renewed hope initiative to Yobe State. The event, held at the Government House in Damaturu, featured the distribution of assorted items and other essential household supplies. The wife of the Vice President represented the First Lady at the event.
Our goal is to complement the renewed hope agenda of the administration of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR by supporting all Nigerians to strive and achieve their goals irrespective of their condition or status. Yesterday, we launched the Flow with Confidence program in Gombe and 7 other states. This initiative will provide a 1-year supply of disposable sanitary pads to 370,000 schoolgirls nationwide, ensuring they remain in school during their menstrual cycle. Each state will receive 10,000 packs of the sanitary pads upon completion of production. I am equally delighted that the First Lady of Yobe State has launched the Renewed Hope Initiative and Tony Elimelu Women Economic Empowerment Program, which provides 50,000 naira to 500 women in each state
Today's occasion further demonstrates motherly love and the sense of belonging to you that you have consistently given our people with huge, generous support. I'm glad to state that the government of my dear husband, the Executive Governor of Yobe State, His Excellency Honorable Dr. Maimala Buni, CON, has keyed into the renewed hope initiative of Your Excellency with massive support to women, children, and the vulnerable groups. Yobe State government has always extended such support to women, especially in the distribution of household items, skill acquisition, and economic empowerment programs. I'm also glad to say that a good percentage of women have economically empowered under the post-insurgency recovery program of the state government.
Some of the beneficiaries appreciate a kind gesture.
We appreciate what the Excellency gave us. We are the beneficiaries. We thank God for all what she has done.
Expressing gratitude on behalf of the state, the Yobe State Governor, Maimala Buni, represented by his deputy, praised the First Lady gesture, describing it as both timely and impactful.
It is that time that the Yobe State government and the Renewed Hope Initiative are working on the same page to improve the lives of the people, especially the vulnerable group, who are mostly victims of the protracted challenges that have rebuilt the state for a long time.
Also in attendance were the wives of the Buni and Yobe State governors. They both commended the initiative and called for sustained collaboration between federal and state government to effectively address humanitarian challenges.
Hello and welcome to the interview segment on Impact Yobe. Today, we'll be speaking with the Commissioner for Works in Yobe State. He's none other but Honorable Engineer Umar Wakili. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much for
Fantastic. All right, Engineer, very quickly, I think I'll begin this interview by first congratulating you on how you have been able to cover, the different parts of the rural areas, especially with development and construction, touching on all the 3 senatorial districts. Can you please expatiate and tell us more about this new development?
Alhamdulillah, thank you very much for having me. I think Honorable Maimala Buni is the executive governor. His passion was the rural development, and that we have gone to all the 3 senatorial zones. Like now, I can tell you we are working on Bukarti, Toshia. We are working on Gashua, Masaba. We are working up from Guru to Bulongua to Kumagana. This Kumagana, I can tell you, is one of the oldest settlements in the state, and it's situated on the desert of Yobe State, which is just about some few kilometers away from Nigeria. And now we are constructing a 45-kilometer road from Guru to Kumagana, which is part of the Trans-Sahara route, which emanates from Kumagana, from Kanama, that is the headquarters of Yunusari local government, that will traverse through Bukarti, Yunusari, Yusufari, Karasua, then to Kumagana, to Guru. Okay. We have constructed from Kanama to Yusufari, and then now we reverse the route from Guru to Kumagana. That is now what remains is only 65 kilometers around that Trans-Sahara route. We have already completed 100% from Chumbusko to Tagali. We are working on from Fika to Maluri, Padawa, Daya, Patuskum to Ngojin. Okay. So all these rural roads that I'm mentioning, from Chukuri or Kukuri, Dawasa, some of these roads I'm mentioning, they are completed 100%. That is, from Garim Ingel to Denchua to Jajere. Right. Anybody who knows these areas will know that before the coming of this administration, it will take you about 4 or 5 hours to reach this, some of these villages. But now it's just, you need only 30 minutes to travel to this. So I assure you that the state government, under the leadership of Honorable Maimala Buni, is working especially in the rural areas.
Okay. Well, if I may ask, it's very, very commendable to understand that the rural areas has been covered to this great degree. What informed this decision to focus on the rural areas and to go all the way with the way you have clearly highlighted?
You know, Yobe State is an agrarian state. Okay. And you know, construction of roads, provision of infrastructure, that is the construction of road, helps these rural farmers transport their farming materials, all other goods to and from their locality to anywhere, any part of the country. And it will allow easy access for the farmers to go to their farms and take some of the implements that were not, they will not be able to take them under normal circumstances, that is when there is no roads. That's why His Excellency, when he comes as the governor of Yobe State, he promised that he will develop the rural areas. And that's what he's doing now.
Right. Engineer, very quickly now, how does the ministry prioritize projects across urban and rural areas in Yobe State?
All the 17 local governments, are our priority. Okay. The urban areas, we have about 5 urban areas in the state: Damaturu, Bunyadi, Potiskum, Gashua, Guru, and Gaidam. When we are providing roads and drainages, we consider this as urban areas. Okay. But all the remaining local governments now, all these other remaining local governments, right, there is a road construction that is going on in this local government, including these urban areas. Okay. Wherever you go, you will find there is a construction of roads and drainages in this local government headquarters.
All right. Now, talking about how these constructions are going on, the only concern I believe people would be very worried about is accountability, efficiency, to see to the very effect that these roads are well constructed, because people would feel, okay, you have a construction, we don't want it to go all the way and collapse in a few months. So how have you ensured, quality, roads? How have you ensured monitoring of the engineers working on these roads to give us something more lasting?
Yobe is one of the states that have robust procurement process. And I think in one of your news, you even carried that the state was the #1 state in the procurement process that has, the governor was awarded a medal for that. Okay. So we have a very much robust procurement process. That's why you see we advertise this in the national dailies. We do all we work with the Bureau for Public Procurement, and all the necessary technical work and all the administrative work. All our projects have to go through all this procurement process before we award them. And the monitoring, we have a lot of monitoring agencies that are monitoring this project, not even from the ministry. Ministry of Budget will be monitoring. There are 2 monitoring agencies for the state and the local government. They all monitor these projects. And we have the fiscal responsibility. They also monitor these projects. So we have a lot of monitoring agencies. And even the Society of Engineers, they go to these projects, they monitor them, they submit their report to the office of the SSG. Right. So we have a very much monitoring system on place that is monitoring all these projects to ensure their quality and they are executed according to all the standards needed.
All right, thank you very much. Now, another concern that the Yobe indigenes watching this show would have is, the degree of, effective planning revolving around flooding around these areas. Seasonal flooding, how has your ministry been able to tackle the problem of seasonal flooding? Because without proper channels, most of these roads will collapse. And have you been able to identify where these floods are taking effect? And what are you doing to ensure that these floods do not, obstruct the flow of projects going on across these rural areas?
You see, these floods, even though they are natural, but they can't be curtailed from, at least they will, if there is planning, the occurrences will be minimized. Absolutely. That's why you see we have a main drainage now here in Damaturu, which is under construction. Before there is, the drainage was in existence, but now we are upgrading it to another standard with a dam where all the water will be harnessed for irrigation processes. That's why right now we are doing that. When you are going around, you will see, you will go along, you will see it. That is the main drainage that is under construction. Okay. And we have a dam that will be constructed where all the water will be collected to be harnessed for irrigation processes. Okay. Almost all our roads that were cut off during, I think, last year because of the rainy season, which affected not only Yobe, the whole country, even throughout the world. But I assure you now, there is no road that was cut off last year that was now still is not been put under use. All were reconstructed.
All right, engineer, let's look at investor confidence now. Investors who are looking to come and invest in Yobe State, as the Commissioner for Works, what is your message to them? What dream do you have in place to ensure that when investors come here, it will be easy for them to do business, especially with how your ministry has been harnessing the projects across the state?
I would assure anybody that will come to Yobe to invest, even though I'm not an investment professional, but the infrastructure that we have put in place, that is, right now I can say all the headquarters, the 17 local government headquarters of the state were being connected by a third road. Okay. Some of the rural areas, as I have mentioned before, they are now under construction or they have been constructed. So if there is any industry, any investor that want to establish any industry, I think he is welcome. Okay. Because wherever somebody chooses to establish his company or any factory, I think there is a motorable road that will carry his raw materials to and from where he established that company.
All right, engineer, let's look at technology now. And whether we like it or not, we have to be able to understand how your ministry has been able to adopt technology into the scheme of things. Can you give us a brief rundown or some sporadic information concerning how you've been able to imbibe technology into your ministry to effect proper operation?
You know, as you have said already, everything is being taken over by technology. That's why all our engineers, we send them to update their knowledge. Okay. So that some will even send them for any some courses, short courses, even outside the country, so that they will update their knowledge on because something they have learned in the university, now technology has taken over. That's why you have to upgrade anytime. So I assure you now, even with the construction of the flyover now, our engineers are there around the clock, and they have been up to the challenge on this new modern technology of constructing this project. All
right, engineer, I know you'll be able to tell us more about new initiatives that are incorporating green technology, talking about climate resilient infrastructure, capacity building for staff within the ministry. Can you throw more light about a bit on that? Yeah, that's why now wherever we construct a road now, we make sure that along that road, even if it is 30-kilometer road, we plant trees both sides, even in the desert now. Okay. So we will not wait for the Ministry of Environment or all other agencies to do that for us. Okay. But when we do it, we hand it over to them to nurture them. Okay. As I already have talked on the staff upgrade of their knowledge, anytime we send our engineers and other technicians to go and upgrade their knowledge, so that when they come, anywhere they go, they will face the challenges that was put to them on these construction issues. Okay, engineer, I know the Yobe indigenes watching now would like to know what your ministry is doing to incorporate the youths into the plan of the Ministry of Works. Youths are out there, a lot of them need to be engaged. You know, when construction is going on, how well have you been able to you know, adopt the manpower of young people to also contribute with the construction and for them to also earn something to give them a feel that the government also cares about them? Do you have plans for them?
And we have already incorporated them in our plans because I know you can bear me witness that construction industry throughout the world is one of the major employers of labor. Yeah. So with this, our project everywhere, I assure you, when you go to the site now, you'll see all these that are engaging in this skill and unskilled works. They are all youth. So that's why even the governor was. There is no day. Even this project now, like you are constructing 2 kilometers here in Damaturu or 10 kilometers. Before you complete it 100%, he will say then put another 5 kilometers somewhere within this, so that this construction will be continuous and this employment of the youth will be, let them be engaged on this construction. Because I've already told you, and you know it, construction, apart from farming, I don't think there is any industry that employs laborers.
All right. All right, finally, before we go, let's look at funding. You know, a lot of these constructions got money, finances. So what necessary collaborations have your ministry been able to do or strike with several agencies to help in helping out with the funding of some of these constructions and seeing to the end? How have you been able to provide funding to effect proper planning with these constructions?
Is that why with the Ministry of Budget, we are in constant communication with the Ministry of Budget. You know, they are the one who knows where the sources of the monies will be coming, so that we will not overstretch the government on other aspects of the governance. But we give them our own, this is what we are going to do from January to March. This is what we are, from March to June, this is what we are going to do. So with this, I'm sure they are the ones who will go and source the money for us. All we know, the ministry is bring the money, we spend it.
All right, engineer, thank you very much. But before we finally roll off from this interview, let's get to meet you in person. Apart from work, before I go into your hobbies or your fun times or moments when you relax, how is your relationship with the workers in your ministry? How have they been able to support you, to give you that support that you need to do your work well? How would you describe your relationship with them?
I think I have a very much good relationship and a robust one with the workers, because I grew up here. I was once an engineer, a site engineer.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Before becoming the director of civil.
So you went through the process?
Yeah. Then from director of civil, then to commissioner.
All right.
Yeah. I retired. Then immediately after my retirement, I was appointed a commissioner in the same ministry. Yeah. So I spent almost all my life here in the ministry. So I know everybody. Everybody knows me. We have been interacting fine. I think I have a very, very good relationship.
You look quite agile for your age. Tell us, engineer, what do you do for fun aside from work? How do you relax?
Yeah, well, you know, with it, now I can tell you I have about 10 or 11 horses.
Horses?
Horses, yes.
Horse?
Yes.
Wow, you are, oh, wow, fantastic.
So, you know...
You play polo?
No, I don't play polo, but wherever polo is being played in Nigeria, even in Lagos, I used to
be there. Wow.
Yeah? So everywhere this traditional riding of horses is there, I will be there.
You'll be there?
Yeah.
Oh, so, has this always been a hobby for you growing up, loving horses?
Yes.
Wow, so you have 10 of them?
10 of them now. It's I think 11 because we just purchased one, a little calf here.
Do you have a favorite horse? Which do you have names for all of them? Which particular one is your favorite?
We have Kili, and that Kili we call it Samal.
Samal?
Yes.
That's the name you give it?
Yeah.
All right, engineer, before I go, what football club do you support?
I support Liverpool.
Liverpool?
Since I was in secondary school, I support Liverpool. That was 1980-something.
Wow.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I support Liverpool.
Well, you guys have purchased quite a number of players this season. So are you hoping to retain the Premiership title this season?
Of course, yes. Even though we lost the Community Shield one, we know where the problem. I think the coach slot will take care of that problem.
Okay, engineer. If you don't win the title, should I come back for a bet?
Let's bet. Let's bet even now.
All right, engineer, thank you so much for your time. Thank you. It's really nice talking to you. I really enjoyed this session. Thank you so much. All right. Of course, I've been speaking with the Commissioner for Works, Yobe State, Honorable Engineer Umar Wakili, telling us all, the beautiful innovations that's been happening in the Ministry of Works, talking to us about the rural areas and how they've been able to, lay the plan for construction of roads and giving investors confidence that coming to do business in Yobe State is going to be absolutely brilliant. And of course, he also gave us insights into how the young people have been incorporated into the plan, as largest employers of labor as well, to ensure that work moves smoothly. Well, that's been a wonderful time on Impact Yobe. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. As we have seen tonight on Impact Yobe, infrastructure is more than concrete and steel. It's the foundation of opportunity, growth, and a better quality of life for the benefit of the people of Yobe State. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, I'm Mark Otabo. Good night.